Let's wait for a second. Actually, let's pass them out, but flip them over. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and kick things off. We have plenty of seats today. So if you're in the back, I'd invite you, you're gonna need a table, and I'd invite you to come sit with the rest of the crowd, please. Bart, no more attacking people. Cool, so this is gonna be interactive today, and it's gonna be super valuable, okay? What I'll tell you is that the people that are on vacation for spring break are missing out on a potential $1 million this year from the next 45 minutes. And so you got to rub it in their face when they get back, okay? So Molly's passing around a sheet. Do not flip it over yet, okay? You want to have it face down. Do not look at it yet. And Molly, if you are able to help, can you round up some pens? I think we have some in one of those cupboards back there. Thank you. You will need a pen with this piece of paper. Now, we're going to go through some of the announcements before we use this paper. And I want to start with some bucket fills. Has anybody had any cool wins or experiences over the last week? Cool.
You know, I decided to park my truck on Jordan's Tesla, and he handled it very gracefully. So I was very impressed with. I felt dumb enough as it was, and he didn't intensify that feeling.
Awesome. Taylor Brampton. There we go. Anybody else? I will share one. Who has been impacted in a positive way by Molly? Oh, every day. Look at that. She doesn't even know what happened. She wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I have a friend that wants to come to Keller Williams, and her brother-in-law is a Catholic because he's a and Molly has just been a rock star.
Yes.
My friend.
You.
My friend thinks that Molly and her are BFFs.
Molly probably has the most BFFs of anybody in the office. We're bucket filling, and we filled your bucket. So awesome. So last week's closings. Stand up if you had a closing. I think this is the goodie bag. Who wants a candy bar? Julie, congrats. Who else had a closing last week? Nobody else? Everybody who had a closing decided to go on vacation. Is that what happened? Left hand. Tell her that you stole it from her. Happy birthday, Colby, Ivan, Michelle, Marty, Jasmine. Bunch of April birthdays. ALC. Do we have any ALC announcements? Got one. Solo Club. Amber, is there anything going on this month?
Yes,
for you guys?
we have the 26th.
Let me pass this up to you.
The April 26th, Tuesday, from 12:30 to 1:30, we're going to go over buyer and seller processes, how to get them uploaded in command, extra little tidbits that you can do as a solo agent to have a really cool transaction and all of those things, masterminding it and going over the KW process.
Cool. Great. And I believe that is on the calendar, so you can check that for the full details. Right. So Red Day, we mentioned this last week, and we will continue to talk about it, but we do have an event coming up in early May, and you want to be a part of that. It's going to be an awesome experience. And so we'll have both opportunities to donate and then also to actually serve on Red Day. Color Splash will be June 7th and 9th. You get to pick one or the other for your clients to go on that day. Wristbands are $6, and that's going to be a huge event that you can leverage for your SOI. So use it, use it. Shift Book Club will start next week on the 12th. So to show up ready to roll, you want to be up to page 48. Okay, we are going through a unique time in the real estate industry. We are seeing a shift happen, and I'm sure you're feeling it, especially if you're working with buyers. Seeing interest rates increase, that's going to challenge some of the first-time home buyers for sure. And so this is going to be a book club for those who want to shift their business and be prepared for what's to come. So highly encouraged to get involved in that. And then for April team meetings, we have next week, what will the industry look like? You guys may have seen that there's actually some updates that have happened in the MLS. Who has used SkySlope so far? Did you? Once? Okay. So SkySlope has been integrated into the MLS, and they are coming to do a demo for us next week, which is awesome. So you want to be there. That is SkySlope is really a very useful tool, and it's actually a lot more. It's a lot more effective than DocuSign, and it's all built in with the MLS. You can use all the documents there. You can create templates to make it very easy to pump out, whether it's a RUPC or a buyer broker agreement, ERS, and so that's super useful. On the 19th, does anybody know who Josh Romney is? Okay, it's you. So Josh actually owns one of the larger mortgage brokerages here in the state, and he also is a part of a bunch of different investment private money lending groups as well. He owns a few of them, and he's going to be coming in on the 19th to talk about, and this is Mitt Romney's son. So he's going to talk about specifically some of the Q1 stats that we need to be paying attention to as real estate agents. And he goes through a deep dive and helping you understand the actual data. Who went through statistics in college? And who still knows exactly how to read data and be able to effectively communicate it, right? Two different things. And so you do have to be that economist of choice for your clients and help and really be somebody that understands how to communicate the data, what's happening in the market. And so he's going to come and present some pretty cool information on that day, and also talk about some wealth building, a follow-up to our topic for today. Transaction Tuesday and Thursday. We've got every Tuesday and Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30, and then Tech Thursday with Alex, 10:30 a.m. on Thursday. These are all of the classes available this month. It's a pretty action-packed schedule. And one of the ones I would highly suggest as well is Lee Stern's listings, which is April 20th. Lee Stern is a powerhouse. Okay, she has been in the business. She actually just celebrated her 50th year selling Utah real estate, which is pretty awesome. So definitely show up for that class. And then also another big one, which is CE. You will get CE credits for this one, which is the MCA's Agent Financials. So understanding the financial side of your business. This one's also CE, which is understanding land development, and that's on the 14th from 1 to 2. Cool. Did everybody see that already? Yeah. Dang it. All right, let's go ahead and give a drum roll for the agent of the month. We've got Adam Swenson. Give him a hand. Now, I'm going to just give this IOU to you because our awards have not come in yet, but we do have them. They're coming today. So we'll get that to you. Put that in your pocket. I know. Talina. Okay. Rookie of the month. Go ahead and give some drum roll. Is Caden. Come on up, Caden. Give him a hand. Now, you guys also saw his awesome, again, it's a high five IOU. You guys saw his awesome breakdancing skills last week, but congratulations. How long ago did you get your license?
Like the first week of February.
Cool. So just starting off hot. So congratulations, Caden. Team MVP of the month. Drum roll, please. It's Taylor Frampton. No? You guys cut him from the team? He's done? Okay. If anybody wants to recruit. Awesome. Icon of the month. The cultural icon of the month. Enjoy the nice parking spot out front. Let's give a drum roll again. We've got Cindy, the one and only. Congrats, Cindy. Awesome. So let's go through listings. And Molly, will you help me run this around? Thank you. Okay. Thank you guys for being patient with us today. We're on like a 2-person show today. We usually have
We're going to do a dance later.
6 of
aren't we?
us.
We're
Yep.
gonna have a dance?
Yep.
Okay.
So first one. Is Jennifer, and this is in Duchesne. Melanie, we've got Draper, townhome for $395. Got Matt.
Matt, do you want to talk about your listing? Here you go.
Yesterday. Oh, sorry. Super cute. Where's Marcy? Damn it. Okay. So this place, great location. They're in Lehigh. I would say the price point is pretty ideal for the area as well as what people can afford right now. Has again updated kitchen, great little island, all soft closed drawers, and long driveway for extra parking. But I don't know. This place is great. Go check it out. Have lots of appointments today, and people are starting to make offers. Surprisingly.
$495. It's not bad.
$495 for that.
510. This is in Santa Quinn. This is Heather Groom. Got Matt again. 650.
Okay, now this one is super cute. For real. I mean, look at that beautiful Caribbean blue color. Okay, so this home, super relaxing, easy, very airy, open, and just nice. Great location again, American Fork. Has pretty much everything you want in a home for this price range. I know kind of hard to come by, but go ahead and check it out. I do have an open house this Saturday. I'm not allowing any showings until then, but I'm sure it'll probably sell just like all the others do. Anyway, that's it.
Oh, what's the price?
Oh, price is $649.
Angela. This one's for $716. This one's in North Logan. Cameron Jorgensen, and this is $950. This is in Saratoga. Cool. That's it. Listings for today. Yeah. Cindy.
Here you go. Hello, hello.
I have a listing coming in Saratoga Springs on Thursday. It's off market and it is really, really nice. Has beautiful view of the lake, the temple, everything completely finished. So I'll have pictures done tonight and get them on there. $750.
$750. Awesome. Thank you. Daniel.
I've got an Airbnb rental that's coming on for holidays, but it's also legal Airbnb rental. It's been owner occupied, 200 square feet. It's immaculate. One side, the past 2 years has generated $7,100 net, and the other side should get about half that. Is price. The one side is fully furnished, price of 1.65.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you. 0.65. Great. We've got our mortgage moment. Got First Colony. And
Hey, guys. So, cool announcement. Utah Housing has just come out with a new program that's 100% financing that is a conventional loan. And that may ease some of your concerns when you're getting offers for FHA financing that nobody really wants to accept or deal with. The other great benefit with having this program is that an FHA loan is restricted in Utah County to about $504,000. Conventional financing allows your financing go up to $647,200. So your clients can use higher purchase price, higher loan amount, 100% financing. It's a pretty awesome tool that's come out. So is anybody, I'm just curious, anybody received an FHA offer lately? And still like, nobody's really used them, right? FHA has its trade-offs, but conventional kind of eliminates a lot of that stuff. Peter, what's the rate on something like that? So this is similar to like back in the day, if you remember, there was what was called the no MI loan. It had a higher rate than what you would see on the going stuff for an FHA. So with this one, you're roughly like right now in the high fives. The trade-off there is that by not having the higher expense of an FHA mortgage insurance premium, it actually comes out to be a lower payment when you compare that to the FHA product. So it does have a higher rate, but the overall payment helps your clients to be less than what it would be in an FHA loan. Okay, any other questions? Okay, thank you.
awesome. Thanks. All right, lunch sponsor for today. We've got Elevate. Corey. Yes. Good job, Josh. Hey, Moni. Mike. Thank you. That one just died.
Cool. Okay, so we're gonna do something a little fun. We're gonna reward those that are here for spring break. I'm actually leaving tonight to go to spring break with my family, but I want to reward you guys because you're here and you're present. So look under your chairs. If you have my business card, it's taped to the bottom of your chair. We need to look. If there's some empty chairs, that doesn't count, Lacey. Sorry. Come on up. Okay, come on up. If you have a card, come on up. Come on up, Eldridge. Come on, Stephen. Come on up. I'm going to give you all a chance to win some cash. Okay. Well, not y'all, the ones that have my card. Sorry. So I have some cash here. I want you to just grab a pen and a notepad. So here's what we're going to do. Every question you get right, you get closest to. Did you get one? Sweet. I need one more. There should be one more. Two more. Look, oh, you got one. I need one more. There should be one more. Look under chairs back there. There's some back there. Cameron, look back there. Oh, did you find one already? All right, come on up. Is that 6? Yeah, okay, come on up. Grab a pad and a pen. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask a question. Do not look at each other's answers because it won't work. But whoever gets the closest to the answer that I have, so I'm the judge. Yeah, it's kind of scary, huh? Then you'll get $10, okay? I've got a few questions here depending on how much time we take, but I have $100, so somebody's gonna go away with at least a little bit of it. So here's my first question. Again, don't show it until I tell you to show it, and don't look at other people's answers, okay? First question, according to utahrealtors.com, how many transactions happened in Utah County in 2021, the whole year? Utah County 2021. This is where it gets fun because some of them don't really, you're gonna guess like 3 or something, or like 1 million. It's somewhere between 3 and 1 million. So I go dun 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 dun. You ready? You ready? You ready? You got it? Okay. Show me your answers. What do you got? 5,000, 4,600, 50,000. See, this is funny. 10,3, 12,5. Ooh, you two are close. What do you get, Cameron? 17. The answer is 11,320. So who was closest? 1,200, 11,000. You were closest. So $10. Sweet. Sweet. Okay, next question is here. You want that right now? Okay, don't spend it all in one place. Okay, that's what my mom tells me all the time when she gives me $1. Next question, according to utahrealtors.com, what percentage change was that? So the 11,320 from 2020 to 2021. Make sure you do positive or negative. So there was the 11,000. Does you understand the question? Do you guys understand the question? Okay, Amber gets it. Okay. Okay, so 11,320 was the number in 2021. What change was that from 2020? Positive or negative? Percentage, right? Okay, are you writing that down, Scott? You guessing? Oh, you're taking notes? Okay, cool. Okay, you got it? Let's go, let's go. No, well, you have to have a number too. So not just positive or negative, because, okay, do you have a number? +3, what's yours? -6, +3, it's not plus. What do you got? +11. See, this is tricky, right? Plus 1%. What did you have, Kels? It was -4.9%. So, oh wait, that was still the closest. This is not like, what is it? What are the, it's like the Price is Right, right? Where it's like above or below, whatever. Okay, next question, next question. Okay, we're gonna go quick, we're gonna go quick. This is an Elevate home warranty question. Yeah, I had to throw a few of those in there. In a percentage, how many homeowners opened up a service request within the first 30 days of having a warranty with us? Did I tell you this, Kelsey? I told you this? I totally did. That's actually pretty funny. I totally did. So you don't remember it? What percentage did homeowners open a service request within the first 30 days? You got this one, Stephen? Okay, you got it? 80%, that's pretty high. Did you see my notes? So he got 34, 5, 50, 65, 28. You hit it right on the head, 34%. So 34% of homeowners open a service request in the first 30 days, which is interesting because before COVID, it was actually 20%. So COVID actually, they opened up more. And I think probably the market because, no, yeah, it does include a rekey. Yeah. Good, Scott. Good question. That's a great question. That includes all the service requests. Okay, here's the next question. On average in the state of Utah, again, this is an Elevate question, how many service requests are open for each 12-month warranty? So how many claims get open per home warranty? Does understand, Amber, do you understand that question? Okay, because if you don't understand it, then okay. No, you're the smartest one here. So okay. So how many service requests are opened in a 12-month home warranty period for Elevate? I don't know the other companies, but for Elevate, how many? So it's a number. Total for the 12-month period. Not percentage. Nope. It's a number. How many service requests? And this does include rekey as well. Actually, we took rekey out of this one. This does not include rekey. So it's an interesting one. Okay, what do you got? 200? No, one home warranty on average, one homeowner. I'm a homeowner. If I'm a homeowner, I have a warranty for 12 months. How many service requests did I open in the first year? One homeowner, sorry. We good? Good, everybody? Okay, we good. Okay. 0, wow. 2, okay. 1, okay. 3, okay. 1, okay. 2.3. What did you have? I know that's actually good because it is a point. And you had 1. 1.6. 1.6. So on average, almost 2. Here's another interesting statistic. On average, before COVID, it was 1.1. Isn't that weird? So kind of crazy, huh? Okay, another question. In dollar amount, again, the whole state of Utah for Elevate, how much did we save our homeowners in the state of Utah for this is for 2021 statistics, so for 2021. No, this is a total, how much money did we as a company save our homeowners in the year 2020, a full year? So this is gonna be interesting because it's between 3 and a really, really, really high number. So don't put 3 down because it's more than $3 in the dollar amount. All of our homeowners, how much did we save them in the year 2021? You guys have any guesses out there? Don't just think about it. Don't tell them because I was cheating. But, okay. No, yeah. So it's what we So what we saved them with what they would have paid with their issues that they had with us. So it's way higher than that. 85,000. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna rephrase the question. Okay, keep going. Okay, you're good. Okay, what do you got, Todd? 1.7 million. That's a little closer. 2.3 million. You guys cheated. 2.5. Okay. 5.5 million. We saved homeowners 5.5 million. You were closest. Good job, buddy. So you guys were lowballing us, man. Okay. Next question. This is my last one because I think Shoney's getting anxious. So sorry, man. Last question. How many Google reviews as of this morning? I looked at it this morning. Does Elevate Home Warranty have? How many Google reviews does Elevate Home Warranty have as of this morning? Close. Give or take. Give or take. You guys can't do that. Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. How many, what did you got? 6 million Google reviews. So somebody, 7,000, 1,800, 2,400, 186. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. We have 773 Google reviews. So I'm gonna have to come over here to, I think Kelsey may have gotten it. Okay, what do you got? So seven, yeah, so I think you got it. So that's our last question. So anyways, I want to go back to, we love helping your homeowners. We love helping you guys. And again, $5.5 million that we helped save our homeowners last year. That number is going to be a lot higher this year. We already know, and we're grateful for you guys. And thanks for all you do for us, and excited to have lunch with you. And Scott, I'm going to come look at your notes when you're done. So appreciate you. Is that good? We good? Okay.
All right, is there anybody that does not have a piece of paper and a pen? You're gonna need it. Cool. So we're going to start with a little exercise. And first off, I will say that my goal for the next 30 minutes is to give you, we're not going to go very deep on specific pieces, but we're going to give you kind of a more wide view of creating wealth. And here's the thing is my goal is to help you become rich. Okay. Now there's two things that happen. As soon as I said that word, some of you had red flags throw up in your mind saying, I don't like that word, or that's selfish, right? And then others of you felt like, oh, cool, I'm excited about that. So I just want to point that out because this is an important part of the topic for today. But ultimately, this is the focus, is helping you to live a financially independent life. So if you can't agree with building wealth, if you can't agree with getting rich, what you should be able to agree with is that it is important to be able to live a financially free life, which financial independence is the ability to live from the income of your own personal resources. So that's what we're going to talk about, is how do you actually do that? Okay. How do you actually build assets to where the passive income supports the lifestyle that you want to live? Can everybody be on board with that the next 30 minutes? Cool. So we're going to play with some art skills. Now, I am terrible at drawing, but we're going to test this out, and I need you to all do it with me. So I want you to draw 3 lines on your paper. And I want you to label this top line. It is whatever you want or your ideal. So that top line is what you want / your ideal. Does anybody need a pen? Okay, we've got some extras. Now, you're going to label this middle line as where you are. Can anybody guess what this bottom line is going to be? Where you started. So has anybody read the book called The Gap and the Gain? Does that sound familiar? This is what we're going to talk about. So draw a line between, or an arrow from this line to that line, and the same thing from here to here. This is what's known as the gap. And this is what's known as the gain. So the gap is between where you are today and where you would like to be in the future. The gain is where you started to where you are today. Now, too often, I just want to point this out before we talk about money, is most people only see the gap. It's very hard for our mind to focus on what we've already gained. And so I want to go through a little experience with you. I want you to write down near this line your first check amount. What was the amount of the first check you ever received? Whether that was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whenever you started your working journey, what was the first amount that you received? Now, my first job, I was working at McDonald's for $6.55 an hour. Not real estate. Go back to when you were 15, 16, 17, whenever you had your first job. And you might have to do the math. Think about how much you made per hour times roughly how many hours you were working. Pull out your calculator because we are going to be doing some math. Nope, just the first check. So was it 2 weeks? Was it 1 week? Just one single paycheck. Now, what I would like for you to do next to this line, and this is going to be helpful if you've been in real estate, if not, totally fine. But what was the largest check amount you've received in your real estate career? Or another industry, if you've been in a different industry. So what was the first amount and the highest of your career? Okay, so here's where the math comes into play. So you've got to pull out your phone and you're going to enter the number of your highest amount. And you're going to divide that by your first check. Okay, so highest amount divided by the first amount. And then you're going to times that by 100. This is going to be a percentage number. So write down that percentage. Yep, the largest amount divided by the smallest amount times 100. Now don't get shy at this part. I want to hear some numbers. What was the percentage increase? Molly? 2,000%. That's awesome. 6,000? 56,000. Bart? 46,000. 72,000. 87,000. 160,000. So this is pretty interesting. Now here's what's so important, okay, when it comes to wealth building. You've got to clarify the amount of wealth you want to step into as part of your wealth creation journey. Now, in order to do that, you have to be aware that you've had a 50,000% increase in your income before. You've had an 87,000% increase in your income before. Like if you've done it before, you can do it again. So here's the number I want you to do now, okay, is times that percentage. So type that percentage back in that you just had. And times it by the highest check amount that you've received. So whatever your percentage is, times your highest check amount. Now I want to hear some of these numbers. 12 million, 95 million, 2.6 billion, 1.7 million, 1.7 billion. Okay. Now here's the funny thing. Everybody in this room, as soon as you hear those numbers, what does our mind automatically start thinking about? I did my math wrong. Right? We automatically start looking at the lack of possibility. But just be clear, you've already done that percentage increase up to this point. So the question is how, and that's what we're going to talk about. And for me, I have found that it's about getting clarity around your financial wealth plan. Like, what is the actual game plan? Like most people in business, a lot of people have big goals and no plan, especially when it comes to their wealth creation. And so that's where today I'm going to just share with you the tips, the strategies, the techniques that I've been taught from my mentors over time that have been super impactful on my wealth building journey. And then what I'll say is take this as kind of a framework and then go build your own or use it, implement it. And so that's what we're going to go ahead and cover today. But I want to just clarify this again. Ask yourself how you closed this gap in the past. And typically it's going to come from one of these things. Who did you align with that helped you to get to where you're at today? And then what did you do? So get clear about the what did you do to get to where you're at financially today? And then also who was a part of that journey? And I challenge you as well to thank or share gratitude with those people who've helped you on your wealth building journey up to this point. Some of them you may have talked to yesterday, you may not have talked to them for a couple of years, but reach out and just share a moment of gratitude with those individuals that have been impactful for where you're at today, who've helped you close the gap, previous gap. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about closing the gap. So these are the pieces we're going to go through today. And we're going to start with your vision and how important this is. So the first secret to getting what you want is knowing what you want. So you've got to ask yourself, what do you want? And then why do you want it when it comes to wealth building? I promise you that money is not a motivator. Okay? Money is not a motivator. What is motivating is the experiences and things that money can buy. Has anybody watched Tosh 2.0 or Tosh, whatever that show is in the past? He had one funny episode where he said, anybody who tells you that money doesn't buy happiness, show me a person on a wave runner that's not smiling. He said it's impossible, right? And so you want to get clear, and we're going to talk about this of how do you actually bring clarity around how much money do you actually need to fund your life by design. So two numbers that you want to get clarity on is what is your cash flow number? Cash flow is passive income, meaning you don't have to show up to work for it to be deposited into your bank account. Okay, so what is the cash flow amount that you want to earn over time? And then what is the net worth you want to get to? And why net worth is such an important factor. Most people keep the wrong score, I'll tell you this. For many years, I would look at how much I made in a year and judge my success based off of that. In the previous industry I was in, this is very common. People would say, well, how much can I make in this? I was in door-to-door sales. And so people would say, I am successful based off of how much money I've made this summer. And people would get excited if they made $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in a summer. Yet by the next summer, they were broke. They had no money. And I had a mentor who said that most of those individuals are playing the wrong score or keeping the wrong score. What you should be focused on is how are you growing your net worth? That's actually the statement you should be looking at each month is your net worth statement, which is your liabilities, your assets and your liabilities, combining those together and seeing what's left. And so those are the two things we're going to talk about. Now, here's something that's important. Who's played Monopoly before? The board game. Okay. I do believe that's probably part of why I decided to get into real estate in the first place, was playing that game and being obsessed. And I am the type of individual that does not like to lose. And one of the things that I understood is the better you know the rules, the better outcome. And that's the first thing where most people slip up is they don't actually understand the rules of investing and building wealth. So we're going to talk about a few of those that I've uncovered from my experience. Number one is you have to be a good steward of what you already have. And there's a good passage in the Bible that talks about the talents. Who knows this story, right? What is the premise or the main focus of that story? Yeah.
You gotta take what you're given and then do something.
100%. Take what you have and do something productive with it. Most of our society has been trained to do what? Consume. Most people are consumers. Now you have to ask yourself, how can I start to produce value rather than just consume it? And so one of the starting point is understanding your financial story. So here's some questions you can ask yourself to help with that process. What are your current beliefs about money? Again, a lot of us have been conditioned through childhood experiences, through the school we grew up in, the neighborhood we grew up in, through college, through our friend groups, through TV, through movies, everything have been programmed a certain way to view money in a certain light. And so you have to get clear about your current financial thermostat and how it's been programmed. With those specific beliefs, are they what you want to believe? You have to actually start to inspect them and say, do I actually want to have this belief around money? Is it actually stopping me from hitting my financial goals? Are your beliefs, are they your beliefs, or have you absorbed them from other people and experiences? How do you view people with money? So again, when you see somebody who's financially successful, do you automatically create a narrative in your mind around their success? And is it a good or bad story? Do you have a purpose for your money beyond survival? I had a good individual who said that being poor is selfish. He said the reason why he believed that was because when you are in a state where you can only worry about putting food on your table next week, you have no room to think about anybody else. If you're only covering your personal survival needs. So once you can cover your bases and get to a financially stable place, you can actually start to think about, well, my cup is full. Who else can I help fill? Who else can I help? And so that unlocks another opportunity. The other questions, what are your current money habits? So do you spend first and save what's left? There's three different categories here. Do you spend first and save what's left? Do you save first and spend what's left? Or do you invest first and spend what's left? What are the difference between the last two? One's growing. One is looking at multiplication, right? Not just addition. Some of this stuff we're going to breeze through just for time, but we will be talking a little bit deeper on these concepts throughout the year. The second one is to focus on growing your income. This is rule number 2. So Earl Nightingale said that success is not the result of making money. Making money is the result of success. And success is in direct proportion to service, to your service. So you have to get clear about understanding your financial opportunity is directly tied to the amount of people that you can serve and to the extent of the quality of service that you deliver. Okay. So there's kind of a balance between those two things. Like, for example, the Ritz-Carlton serves a very specific financial class of people, right? And they're able to charge a significant amount more than most hotels because of the quality experience that they deliver. And then there are others who focus on quantity experience. Neither one's totally fine. You just got to pick yours and which one you want to focus on. And you can have a combination of both, especially in the real estate industry. The separating factor for most agents, the individuals who are making a significant amount of money, between those who are just getting by in the industry, typically comes down to how many clients they can service at once and not have a downgrade or decrease in the quality of service they're providing. Okay, because sometimes when people put more people into their experience, the quality of experience actually degrades. So there's a fine line there that you got to be paying attention to in your business. Rule number 2, and just focusing on that one, Grant Cardone talks about this as well, where your first goal should be getting to a certain amount of savings. So figure out how to save money first and stop being just in the consuming motion and start leveraging that money as a weapon to invest and using that as kind of a cash cow for your investment goals. So you have to figure out on doubling. It's all about skill sets. So you want to perfect your craft of whatever industry you're going to be focusing on, and specifically in the real estate business, you have no ceiling on your financial opportunity. Like, that is the reality in this space. But the caveat is you have to grow those skill sets to be able to tap into higher levels of income. Okay, and we'll talk about that in a second. The third one is protect what you have. So once you actually earn income, you want to safeguard it. Okay, and there are a lot of tax benefits to investing, and so you want to get clear about what those are and how they can benefit you. Okay, it's not just about growing your income. It's not just about how much money you make. It's how much you keep. That's important. And so there are specific tax loopholes. When you are a real estate agent, you have an unfair advantage. That's the truth. Okay. When you're a real estate agent, what happens when you own real estate as an asset and you have something called passive losses? What does that do for your ordinary income? It reduces your ordinary income. Okay. So let me just, for a simple visual here, flip this around. I want to make sure that this is clear. If nothing more, I want to convince all of you to buy more real estate, okay, in this next 20 seconds. So when you're a real estate investor, or let's just say an ordinary investor, most of your clients are going to be in this boat. When they have passive income, okay, or investment income, they invest in Tesla stock, for example. When they sell that stock, what happens? They pay taxes on anything you've earned, right? The gain. Now, same thing happens if they own real estate properties, okay? But one of the benefits is when they have a real estate property, their passive income is X'd out by the passive losses that they have. Okay, there's depreciation, there's different things that you can take on a tax schedule from your investment properties to wipe out your passive gains. Okay, real estate professionals are able to use it for both passive income and active income, your ordinary income. So you can get to the point where you are paying zero in taxes in a legal manner, right, through owning real estate. Now, just be aware that the government is incentivizing a certain type of behavior. Okay, for those of you who I know, again, this is another myth or misunderstanding that people have, that when it comes to wealth building, your goal is to purchase assets, and you want to safeguard how much taxes you're paying so that you can funnel that savings into more assets, okay, or experiences. And so again, as a real estate professional, you have a huge advantage where you should be paying zero in taxes if you structure things right and if you're buying assets, okay? Bless you. The fourth rule is building the habit of investing. And actually, really quick on these. These are specific strategies that you can look into. Again, we can do whole deep dive classes on each of these, but these are things that have been super impactful for me and a lot of other investors that do build a focus on tax shelters in their business. Building the habit of investing. So this is just a simple screenshot on my investment balance sheet. One of the things that I focus on is at every moment, I know how much money I can invest into something coming up. So basically my investment plan for the year, or if an opportunity comes available. So how I structure it is I have just a line item that shows me my funds receivable. So how many transactions am I going to be closing in the next month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it may be. I then have a line item that shows my current cash statement. So how much money do I actually have in the bank? I then minus 6 months of expenses. So I have a specific savings threshold, which for me is 6 months for any emergencies or issues. And then I have a fun travel or experiences bucket where I'm saying I'm purposely allocating a certain amount of money towards fun travel or experiences. And whatever's left is my net, okay? So whatever's left from those categories is my net. From there, you can add in, if you have any other kind of cash value sources, a home equity line of credit, you have a IUL cash value, life insurance policy, anything like that. And then it will show you your leftover, which is your investment fund, okay? So that can give you clarity. And this is something I update on a monthly basis. So I can just have clarity around when am I going to be making my next investment? And so where most people are just looking at their expenses and saying, how much am I spending every month? I'm looking at how quickly can I buy my next investment or make my next investment, okay? And then over here is where I actually strategize. And so I'll say, okay, well, this is the investment fund. So that number pulls right over here. And then I'll say, well, I'm buying another Airbnb. So that's the down payment. Here's the furnishings. Here's what's remaining. Any kind of other investments in my business. And then whatever I have remaining is, well, I just got to go find something else to fill the rest of this money. So get clear about when you're growing your income, also focus on getting clear about your investment strategy and how quickly you can get into the next investment, okay? So build the habit of looking at your investment income consistently. And then number 5 is adjust your financial focus. So this is one of those things I mentioned at the beginning, is keep the right score. So have a financial game plan focused on cash flow and net worth, those 2 pieces. Okay. Cash flow and net worth. So how much passive income, these are the questions you want to find the numbers to. How much passive income do you want? Now, if you want to start in a very easy fashion with this, just pick what your current lifestyle needs are, and then add some additional income for lifestyle. Like, what would I like to do that I'm not currently doing? Is it a vacation every year? Is it driving a specific type of car? Is it living in a specific type of home? And what would the cash amount cost for me to be able to live that experience? Now, I promise you, it's going to be probably a little bit lower than you think. Okay. Typically, people think they need to make $1 million or $2 million a year to be able to fund their dream lifestyle. And when you actually run the math on it, like, you'll find you can actually do that. You can live a pretty cool lifestyle on $200,000 a year. And I'm talking about passive income, not active income, right? And so once you know that number, it's very easy to reverse engineer and determine how much net worth you need to spit off that much passive cash flow. Does anybody know what a conservative ROI is that you should look for with, anybody see where my marker went? Thank you. A conservative for time, I'm going to throw this out. 4% ROI is a safe investment mark you can aim for in retirement, okay? Now, what you want to do is divide this by your passive income goal per year. So let's just say it's 200,000. And that will equal the net worth you need to aim for. So can somebody do the math for me really quick? What does that number come up with? 4% divided by 200,000. Well, there we go. 5 million? Okay, thank you. I had the numbers backwards. Thank you. Okay, so that's in a very simple fashion. This is a quick and dirty math to it, but how do you find out how much net worth you need to support the lifestyle that you want? Meaning you don't have to work anymore. And one of the cool things is with real estate investing, how much would $5 million worth of real estate get you here in Utah? Right now, here's the reality. How much, if you're doing it through the real estate method, okay, how much money would you need to buy $5 million worth of real estate as an investor? Which is 1.3 something. Okay, 1.25. So here's the thing is you're not focused on, I need to earn this in my lifetime. You just say, I need to figure out how I can get this amount of money. Now, who's had a house over the last year? Okay, what's happened to your price, Jake Bowers? The cost or the amount of your home value? Gone up a lot. Okay, you can leverage through appreciation to get this money. Okay, I shared the strategy when we talked about our real estate wealth building a couple months back. I bought a townhome in Draper back in 2016. And since then, that property has bought me 2 new properties through a home equity line of credit. And so now I have 3 properties from my initial capital of 45,000. So I didn't put any new money into the pot. So this is not as big as you think. It just it takes some strategy, right? And so focus on how can I get to my, whatever your number is, and you define your own number. And then we can back into how much income you have to create in the here and the now over the next 5 to 10 years to build that long-term machine. So we're going to speed up here. Personal growth plan, upgrade your psychology. So the biggest thing that you want to do is change your money beliefs. Okay. And I shared this, I grew up in a very different kind of childhood experience. And so my wealth psychology was very poor. Like my wealth programming was very different. And so I had to, and I realized this when I was 19 years old, and I didn't really start this specific practice until I was like 21. But when I was door knocking, I had to start reframing my beliefs around money. And so as I was walking from door to door, I did door to door for 7 years. And up front, my first year was, something where, again, I had a lot of disempowering beliefs around my potential to earn income. And so I had a mentor who shared this with me, and I'd say, I'm a magnet to money. I have more than I need. I'm a magnet to money. Money loves me. And I would repeat this in between every door, every single day for almost 3 years. And I promise that programming, changing your mindset and your beliefs around money is the first key to tapping into wealth. That's the first thing to upgrading your financial thermostat of what you think is possible for yourself. The second one is create your wealth-focused growth plan. Who uses a 411? Few of us? Okay. That's a challenge in itself. Start using a 411, okay? And we'll put that on the training calendar as well. For those of you who are unfamiliar with it, it is a business plan. That's what it is, okay? And it helps you to focus on the top priorities that are going to help you to accomplish your goals. Now, on my 411, I added a year ago a money column. So I actually have specific activities I'm focused on throughout the year to hit my long-term goals on the money side. Before that, it was just professional and personal, but now I've added an actual money column to get focused on what activities will lead to the result that I want a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. Become a student of wealth. So these are some books, some podcasts, and items that I suggest. And we'll send these slides out as well. But start consuming content that's geared towards wealth building. Start hanging out with people who are focused on wealth building. Start going to masterminds, start going to real estate investing events, start going to those items where you're going to be consistently talking about building your wealth. So have that be a part of your growth plan. Decide what books are you going to read this year that are going to help you grow financially. What podcasts do you want to start listening to throughout the year to start reprogramming your money beliefs? Biggest thing is you want to focus on shifting from being a self-employed real estate agent to becoming a business owner of real estate. Very few make that adjustment. Most people who get into the real estate space stay in the self-employed state, meaning when they stop working, their income stops. Okay, that's probably 95% of realtors. What you want to focus on is how can I change and create this into an actual business, where if I'm going to vacation for a month, if I've put the right systems, people, tools, and resources in place, I should still be able to make the same amount of income as if I was there. Okay. Now that's a process and that's a long journey, but have that intention in mind of how can I turn this into a business, not just be a self-employed practice. And then again, as well, you want to focus on using that money. There's kind of this is from the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, but there's a flow here where you want to go from business owner to investor. Okay. Use your business income and your self-employed income to buy assets. Lastly, use your money strategically. Now you can actually flip over this paper. I forgot about this. So flip over the paper. You want to use your money to invest into your dreams. So build your real estate business. And here's the thing. Every real estate agent should have two businesses. You should have your real estate sales business and your real estate investment business. Okay. If you are not focused on real estate, buying real estate as an asset, then you're missing out. You're really missing out on the cool opportunity of real estate sales, because that will protect your wealth. Buy income generating assets, and then also use that money for experiences. Like go and experience life. And one of the things I talked about, shared this is from Ed Milet, which is touch your dreams. Like if your goal is to live in a certain type of home, go Airbnb it for a weekend. Go see what it's like to be in that home for a moment. If you want to be able to go and be in and you like golfing, go golf at one of the nice country clubs in Laguna Beach for a weekend. And it's going to cost, there's going to be a price tag on it, but go experience it. And then that's what's going to help your mind say, I belong here. This is where I should be. What do I have to do to be able to live this consistently? If you want to fly first class, like purposely fly first class at some point, go experience it. And what's going to happen is your mind's going to start believing this is what I deserve. And then you're going to find ways to make that happen more consistently. Okay, so touch your dreams consistently. Lastly is impact. So money is good for the good it can do. That's what I believe. A lot of people feel, again, that there's some ickiness around trying to go and get more, right? You already have enough. My belief is that when your cup is full, again, you have the opportunity to fill others, if that's your intent. I had a good mentor, Steve Peterson. He'd always say that money doesn't change a person. It just amplifies what's already there. So if you're a good person, you're going to do more good with more money. And start thinking about, what would I do if I had access to more funds? Service, experiences, and legacy. That's the impact that wealth building can have on your life experience. And this last thing is living a life by design. And so I just shared with you, this is my kind of mental model of the wealth concepts that I've accumulated over the years. And so I want you to use this to go create your own, or leverage this until you have the experiences yourself in your own wealth kind of mind map. And so the biggest thing is focus initially on the left-hand side, which is all about you creating value and you getting clear about your money habits. On the right-hand side is what the money actually is for. It's It's for living a life by design. And again, this little line here that's at the bottom is visit and touch your dreams consistently. Go experience some of those things that you would love to have in the future. And maybe you can't afford it completely right now, but go test it out. And do it in short increments that give you the energy to continually push forward, especially in this industry. So let's go ahead and wrap up. I appreciate you all for showing up today. We're going to continue again on this conversation throughout the year and talk deeper on some of these concepts and strategy of like actually how to buy assets, specifically in real estate. I love real estate. I have other investments, but real estate has by far been the greatest gift for me. And so we're going to continue to share that with you. But please, 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 if you know somebody who is missing out and who doesn't have this kind of resource on a consistent basis, please bring them to one of our team meetings. Our goal for these 1 hour is try to make this the most valuable hour of your week. We want to pour into you because we know that you're consistently pouring into your people, your clients, your family members. And so we just want to make sure that you're filled up, your cup is full throughout the week so you can go fill others. So thank you so much. We have lunch here and have a great day.